chop twice for flashlight, and then twist twice for camera. Moto actions, baby. Oh yeah. Hello guys and welcome to volokinproject. It's Tony here, your favorite YouTuber. Today I'm gonna have a look at the Motorola ThinkPhone. Now, why am I late with this review with like 2 years? Well, simply because when this phone came out in 2022, it was way too expensive for me to get, and it was a Motorola overall. There surely was supposed to be a deal breaker. Usually it is the cameras with the Motorola phones, and this one is no different, unfortunately. However, the phone overall is great. First of all, about the unboxing experience, if you're interested, I have a special separate video on that. Make sure you check it out. However, if you're just interested in the phone itself, see if it's suitable for you, see what the deal breaker is it the camera, is it something else? Well, let's just keep watching and we're about to discuss that. Now, first and foremost, how much should you pay for one of these at the end of 2024? Still on the Motorola's website is 800 and something pounds, which is simply ridiculous. On Amazon is 600 and something, but if you go on eBay, you can get a good used unit for over 300 pounds, which is not too bad. A little bit more expensive than I wish, but still a little bit on the more expensive side, still kind of acceptable. Now, how much I've paid for it? 280 pounds brand new. There was a scheme from my work that you could actually get this device cheaper. So basically all of the phones you find on eBay for 300 and something pounds are from the people that actually bought it for 280. They didn't like it and they're making a little bit of money on top. So yeah, let's think about 300 and something pounds. Well, for this amount of money, the phone is pretty good, but still we have an issue with the camera, guys. However, let's first of all have a look at the design and build quality. Now, the supplied plastic case in the box is absolutely terrible, so you definitely need one of these cases, guys. The issue is that I could never really find a 100% transparent case. It always has some sort of a dots over here, but nevertheless, this one is good enough. Let's put it this way. Now, the phone has military grade certification and stuff like that. My advice is do not drop this phone, guys. Do not rely on certifications. Glass is glass and glass breaks pretty much. Put a tempered glass screen protector on it because the screen is flat and it actually works very well. At the back you have this carbon fiber effect, which is very nice to the touch. However, it is not as nice as the proper real carbon fiber on the steering over here, guys. Let me know if you know anything about this phone, if you're interested in it, and should I make videos on it. So it doesn't exactly feel like a real carbon fiber, but nevertheless it is good enough. The Motorola ThinkPhone logo over here I absolutely love, it's very nice, and the accent of the cameras, guys, look at that, it's absolutely amazing. One thing I should mention is that I'm really not sure what kind of coating did they put on these cameras, but it never catches fingerprints, like never. Look at that. That's absolutely amazing, and I've never really seen this on any other phone. Well done, Motorola. At the bottom we have a 3.5mm jack. Haha, I'm joking. They definitely should have put a 3.5mm jack because the phone is thick enough, but there we go. Bottom firing speaker over here, microphone, SIM 2. One thing very important about the SIM, if you live anywhere else, well, if you live in Europe, you have dual SIM Motorola phone. If you live in the US, it's only single SIM, guys. This is very important. I almost bought one from Amazon US until I figured out it's actually a single SIM. Power button over here, really nice kind of metal buttons, I think. Volume rocker over here, guys, and programmable button over here on the left with the red accents. I have never really used this button. You can program it to wherever you like. It's kind of out of touch for me, so I don't particularly care, but you have it. At the top, one mic, and it says Dolby Atmos over here. So Dolby Atmos, that's all good. However, in reality, you have like 70% of the audio coming out from the bottom speaker and let's say 30% from the top speaker, which is not very good, guys. The speakers are definitely good enough for a phone, but they could have been better. Dolby Atmos helps a little bit, but you know, it's still not top-notch audio experience, although it is very well balanced and is good enough. Now, I just received a notification which I'm going to dismiss over here. But let's go back to the phone itself. In terms of security, they advertise quite a lot of security features. Most of them are gimmicks, guys, and the proper security which you have is fingerprint over here, which works 100% of the time and is very accurate. And the other thing is face unlock, which unfortunately is not very quick, guys, and quite a lot of the cases it takes a little bit more time that I actually wish it took. Now, very quickly on the battery life, I'm getting about 7 hours of screen on time on 120 Hz setting, which is a very good balance. It is very good, no doubt about that, but considering we have 5000 milliamp hours of battery and just 1080p screen, I was expecting 8 to 9 hours of screen on time, and the recharge times is not very impressive, guys. I'm gonna have a look at my notes very quickly. So 15 minutes 45%, 30 minutes 80%, and 45 minutes full. Now consider something else. When the Motorola released the Nexus 6, it had turbocharging with micro USB charging port, guys. They pretty much pioneered the fast charging 10 years ago, and unfortunately now they're behind the competition because all the Oppo devices since 2019 charge faster than the ThinkPhone. But you know, it's okay. Let's just say it is okay. We have the front camera over here, which in terms of quality of the front camera, I'm actually kind of happy. I'm not disappointed. I would say I'm almost happy with it. It's a little bit blurry, it's not as sharp as I wish, but generally the colors are okay. You can see a couple of examples over here, as well as we have actually 4K. Let's have a look at a quick video example over here. Testing the front facing camera of the Motorola ThinkPhone 4K with stabilization. So when we run, we get a result like that. Let's have a look at 1080p now. So yeah, that's 1080p with stabilization on. Just a quick sprint over here, guys. All right, let's see. So yeah, before we talk about you know, the back cameras, just a quick comparison over here with the OG Motorola devices. The Droid Turbo, the US exclusive 2014 model, 1440p screen, guys. Nexus 6, 2014 global model, 1440p. Motorola you know, ThinkPhone 2022 1080p screen. Now, I'm not complaining about the screen quality. It is actually very good. Probably one of the best 1080p screens over there. However, they should have made it 4K with the option to turn down the resolution to 1080p to save battery. But they didn't. And considering that you know, Qualcomm advertises the new chip 30% more efficient, well, 10 years later I'm getting pretty much the same battery life as on those two devices, but 10 years later with a 1080p screen with bigger battery. So I'm really not sure what went wrong over there, guys. But you know, either the battery life should have been better or the screen should have been 1440p. But not the other way around, or have nothing pretty much. But nevertheless, these were legendary Motorola devices. Unfortunately, this one, it's not exactly legendary, guys. Although the qualities are there. Stock Android experience, pretty much no problems with the Android version whatsoever. The interface is a little bit not very colorful. I don't particularly like that, but it works very well and it is definitely fast enough. Just a quick one about the refresh rate of the screen, guys. Now 144 Hertz. Most of the applications are not well optimized for that, and the battery life is reduced significantly. So the best for, well, everyday use is 120 Hertz over here, guys. The display itself, as I said, is not too bad. You can actually tweak the colors and everything, but this is not a Samsung, this is not an Oppo screen, guys. It is not as saturated, it is not as bright, although you're not going to have a problem with the brightness. Auto brightness works quite well on this device and it was okay. Now, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, one of my all-time favorite SoCs over here. Absolutely stunning performance, guys. 8 gigs of RAM plus 8 more gigs of RAM with software expansion pretty much. 256 gigs of storage. Plays Wreckfest like a champ. That's the only game I play right now. As well as you have actually performance profiles over here, guys. The phone doesn't actually need that. However, you can actually change it to battery saving, turbo, or balanced. I keep it on balanced, but have a look at that. You have all the nerdy stuff, the FPS, RAM, the temperature over here. This is next level of performance and tweaks, guys. That stock phone without any root or without custom kernel and ROMs can actually give you. So thumbs up for that. So performance, I'm very happy. Security, kind of happy. Display, okay, good enough. Design and build quality is definitely nice. And now let's address the elephant in the room. 10 minutes into the video, the camera situation over here, guys. And unfortunately, I'm about to say I'm disappointed. However, I set my expectations really low because I know it's a Motorola phone after all. So 2 megapixel bokeh camera, absolutely useless. You're never gonna use that. For macro shots, it actually uses the super wide angle, and surprisingly, they're not too bad. They're not a real proper macro shots like the one that Oppo does. However, they're definitely good enough, so well done. The super wide angle camera itself in 13 megapixel, well, it is so bad that you shouldn't actually be using that. It looks more or less like an 8 megapixel interpolated camera than anything else, significantly less detailed than the main camera, and overall, guys, you will be disappointed, so just don't use the secondary camera. That's it. We're missing any kind of periscope camera over here, which is unfortunate. And finally, we have the 50 megapixel main unit here, guys. Now, I should mention in terms of video, you can actually shoot 4K with stabilization with both cameras, which is not the best, but it's not too bad. It definitely gets the job done. However, where the disappointment actually comes from is the image quality itself, guys. I've tested this camera in many situations, and usually the subject is not exactly on focus. It's a little bit blurry, there's not that much details that I've wished, and as soon as there is not enough light, we have quite a lot of grain over here, guys. You can have a look at a couple of examples over here. I have quite a lot of personal photos which I can't really share with you, so my opinion is not based on what just you see on the screen, but overall as an experience, and this camera is not good, guys. You can actually install the Gcam application with some Pixel 8 tweaks and get some better images, but it's a hit and miss. You have to use both of the applications alongside. I've did that with the Lenovo Y70, the Legion Y70 phone, and considering it was half the price of the ThinkPhone, then yeah, okay, fair enough. But as a flagship experience, guys, this is not a flagship camera. This is not even a mid-range camera. It is that bad. Now when we go to the device info, we can kind of see why the camera is bad. Well, because they used cheap cheap lenses pretty much, guys. They didn't use Sony or Samsung. They used OmniVision and high silicon or whatever this one is, and guys, I mean, you cannot put a cheap OmniVision sensor on a phone which cost 800 and something pounds. It's almost like Motorola on the meeting were like, guys, we have to keep to our tradition and make the camera bad, otherwise it's not a real Motorola. But I understand, if the optimization is not there, at least put the Sony sensor in and release it like that, or the other way around. Put this average sensor but make a great optimization and you're gonna get a good camera. But no, bad sensor plus bad optimization, well, equals to bad camera. Simple as that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, about the Motorola ThinkPhone. If you have a look at the Volokin Spectrum scoring system, where I've tested over 180 5 phones, guys. So far, the Motorola ThinkPhone gets a solid 41 out of 50 score, which puts it on the 26th place, which pretty much is the best Motorola phone that I have ever tested on my channel. I didn't really had that many Motorola phones because I'm not really interested in their flagships. I've never been, and they don't have many actual flagships. But this one was definitely very interesting to me, guys, because it's a proper, it has the right ingredients to be a great phone, and actually is, and actually it isn't. The people say, the jack of all trades, the master of none, and this is pretty much the case with the Motorola ThinkPhone. If you don't want a flagship experience in terms of cameras, this phone ticks all the boxes and you'll be very happy with. Just two things before I finalize. In terms of software updates, every single month I'm getting a security update, guys, without a doubt. So finally they managed to sort out the updates, and one particular bug which grinds my gears all the time, guys, and it's not exactly a Motorola issue, it's mostly Android issue. Check this out. This camera symbol over here absolutely pisses me off. That's when the phone is pretty much telling you that it's actually using the camera for the face unlock. However, I have a habit of, as soon as I unlock my phone, I want to know the battery information, how much battery I have left, so I can see what to do. And in this case, how many seconds is that? Check this out, guys. I still have to, okay, it doesn't do that, but most of the time it does, and it keeps this symbol over here, which is very annoying. However, it's more like a personal thing. It's not an actual bug or an actual issue, so don't worry about it. So yeah, there we have it, guys. Motorola ThinkPhone. This is my observation. I'm very happy that I didn't pay full price for this phone, to be honest with you. For 280 new, I can't really complain, but considering that we have OnePlus 10T, we have the Vivo IQ Neo 8, we have the Lenovo Legion Y70, which are cheaper than that with the same SoC, and they have better scoring on the Volokin Spectrum scoring system. I would say that this phone is super overpriced for what it is. But again, final thoughts, if you don't care about the camera, this is a proper phone, guys. And if I didn't care about the camera, this would have been probably my daily driver, because it does everything very well. However, I'm going back to my Oppo Find X7, which I'm filming this video with, by the way, for the time being. And I wish all the best to Motorola, and I wish they release a proper flagship next time with a proper camera, with a little bit of a more normal price, because 800 something pounds, I just can't justify anyone paying that for a phone. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This is just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below if you actually have this phone. Did you sell it? Are you still using it? Do you like it? What are your overall thoughts about this phone? Have I missed something? Did I overlook something? Because I'm human after all. And I'm heavily biased towards Oppo anyways. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.